on a little early today. Was feeling sleepy. Not that I'll go to bed, but I actually need to stay awake. I just got up a few hours ago. So I thought I'd come on early. See if anybody's out there. Let's see, we got a little buffering today. Hopefully that won't last. It is storming here. So, uh, that's. I thought I might as well show my April works. Not sure I'll be working on them much more. So, I don't know. I guess myself, Amy. Weren't you listening? Can you hear me? I was just yapping away. I know, nobody's listening. Well, somebody might watch the playback. Who knows? Am I just supposed to sit here and tap my fingers? I don't know. I'm new. I am so sleepy today. Hi, Deja. That's what my mom says. Go to bed. I'm like, I just got up. I was up during the afternoon a little bit today too, but I was telling Mike my fatigue is just terrible. That's probably my number one symptom. It's awful. But, anywho. So, like I was saying, talking to myself, as Amy pointed out, I thought I'd get on early. I was sleepy and kind of falling asleep while I was upstairs working on my R.J. Hampson's picture. So, it's coming out pretty cute. I'm actually really surprised how nice the polychromos are working on this paper. Like I said, it's not great paper. It's probably the thickness of probably like Creative Haven paper. I would say that's what I would classify it as. That might be a little bit thicker than the Creative Haven. It's the smooth. So like our Home Sweet Home has a little rough paper. The Country Farm has that smooth paper. It's like that smooth Country Farm paper. So anyway, that's what I got done. Kind of taking inspiration on this light. I was watching Spare Room Studio color this picture, and some of the colors she popped in had set in my head. Now I'm like, well, I really don't remember what else she did. I don't really want to totally copy it, but I guess maybe I'll go back and see what she did. But yeah, that's kind of the light situation there and why it's not done, because it was kind of a copycat. This is a buddy color with Amy from Amy Travels and Colors. So, not that far. I did finish my Color Cube 105 challenge. Not too happy with this picture, but it is what it is. I stuck to the colors, which was difficult because not having a sky color or grass color was hard. Amy finished this one also with me. I think we both did pretty good with the colors that we had. You're almost done with the Froggerty? Amy, I told you to buy the book. You bought that. What was that other one we bought? That was terrible. I swear that's worse than Amazon paper in his books. And I mean, I know it's stupid. You pay more for the hardback, but you do get better paper. And you can get the other ones through the PDF. So, I mean, I know you got to go print them and whatever, and that's a pain in the ass, which I never do, but you can get free downloadable pages and updates on new books, newsletters. I don't know. I just If you missed the live on this one, this is all Crayola Super Tips. This was a buddy color with Kim's Creative Coloring. Coloring View was supposed to do this one too with us, but I don't think she did. The little stamp. And then my other April one, which is going nowhere, is the Menuet Day Bone Horror. So I had got that 12-pack of Holbeins, so I tried the Holbeins on here. I'm not super happy with that, but I don't have any detailing done. This is all just Albert Durer watercolor pencils. And I don't know, it may end up being a forgotten picture. I might come in and do the animals. That big tree in the background is pretty intimidating. I don't know. Michelle's, she did this in her channel. Michelle's Studio of Creativity. She's doing a fantastic job on that picture. But anyway, I think Tasia, it's a buddy color with Tasia too, but I don't think she's doing it on film at all. Okay. I'm sorry if I sound really blah. Like I said, I'm just really tired. Trying to snap myself out of it. I see Kim in the house. Hey Kim, I just mentioned your name. Were your ears ringing? Yeah, me neither. Thank you. You know, I always come give you a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Yeah, I just showed the Froggerty picture for, I figured I might as well do my April finishes. I don't think I'm going to finish anything else. So, I don't know. Amy, do you want to work on Home Sweet Home or Country Farm? I know you've got them both started. I haven't started Country Farm. I feel like maybe I should start that. What you think? Anything bad? No. Just that we had a buddy color in the Froggerty book. Actually, I want to do another one with you. Me and Amy are doing one now. I don't know if you missed that or not. This is the one me and Amy are doing. And I just showed that, you know, we did the buddy color. I want to do another one, though. I really don't want to do that picture. I like the monk one and the gangster one. If anybody wants to do a buddy color with me with those. This one, the Merry Monks. And I really like this one, Dangerous Times. So for the next one, if anybody wants to do a buddy color, that would be nice. Either one, Amy? Yeah, you know, the only thing I don't know what I want to use in here to color. I was thinking markers, but I kind of want to try pencils because it's a different paper. It's smoother. So I kind of want to try the polychromos in it because they work good on smooth paper. I don't know. We'll see. I want to show one more thing because I was telling Amy I was swatching all my mom's markers. No, I didn't do, like, this is my normal marker swatch, and I did these for the Cali Arts when we first got them. They were the first marker set that we got, and actually probably the best set that we have. But, you know, I would swatch them like this, and they have names, but I would just do the numbers because it was faster. So I still have this set. And then I went in and pulled all my mom's backups and everything she has. So this is all markers of just random markers. And these little numbers are how many she has as each color. So I don't know if you can see up there. Many of these, most of them have at least 2. Some are 3. So this is like a whole just backup box, and it was quite a few. And these are all the single markers, all skin tones. She used to do a lot of portraits. So I have all these portrait colors. I don't really color people. I guess I'm going to have to look through her books and I don't know if she's watching or not. I told her I was going live. And here's the Arteza Everblend set. This is like the original 120 set. These. And there are a lot of greens. I was mistaken. And this is the rest of the 120 set. And then she bought the whole line of the gray set. There's a couple Copics popped in here and there, which I see why people, the brushes, I think it's the brushes on that Copic that make it so nice. So yeah, this is a nice set of grays, and I have to figure out a way to make these markers like accessible to me because they're in like a plastic shelf that sits on top of a case, so it's like they're not really movable. But yeah, so that's why I started playing with markers, because my mom has a gazillion of them and she doesn't use them anymore. So yeah, I've looked at that book a couple of times, Kim. I'm not sure, but when you were saying I might look and see if it is actually on sale. Well, not is it actually on sale. You were saying it was discounted and then maybe a coupon. I can't remember the name of that one. Do you have it by you? What's the name? I guess I might as well work and here and finish this. Thinking purples for the curtains. I'll work on the outside of that window since I started that. Guess I'll just use this for my backing. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that'd be nice. I'll make up my mind if I want to get it. I'm really trying not to buy any more. I don't know, what do I have? 27 Teresa coloring books, but you know, once you start buying somebody's books like that, it's hard to stop. You know? I'm sure we all understand that. What am I looking for? I like the idea of the purple curtains. I think that would be pretty. I need a scratch sheet. Oh my god, I have tons of paper around here. Where the heck is it all? Tell you. I haven't been this sleepy in a long time. I said, and you know, fatigue is different than sleep. It's like you can sleep forever and still just be tired. It's so dumb. Or you're not like sleepy tired. You're just like, duh, you don't want to do anything. And I know people that don't suffer from it don't understand it. I never did before I had it. It's like, well, you just get up. You just push yourself. Yeah, no. Small town charm. That was it. Yep. 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 There's the excuse, Amy. Small town charm. It's cute. We can do buddy colors with Kim. We gotta wait for her flip through, so we have an excuse to wait. See that? Okay, these are the other things my mom has a ton of. She has the Tammet and then that other brand that's yellow, the real popular brand, but I use them as pens because I'm not going to use these. They're too scratchy. Plus, I'll use the other brand if I was going to color with them, but I sent Amy a picture of her backups of those. There's like a purple color. I think she's got 10 of them. Okay. So I think I'm going to work with these. This is my plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. These colors in here, the grade lavender, the lilac, grade lavender, lavender, lilac. If you have the newer ones, it'll be what, orchard and the Parma violet. God, what is the other? Amethyst and orchard, which I do have. They do seem slightly different in color, but not too much. So I called the doctor to get an appointment for my leg, and Mike was going to take me to the urgent care, but we kind of had an issue about that because he said that's just, you know, you're going to go there and you're going to have to go there and see your doctor for follow-up. And I'm like, you're right, which is why I was hesitating. So I'm just going to go see my doctor on the 8th, I believe I made it for. And probably have to go back to like a sports doctor or something. I'm pretty sure I pulled a muscle in there. It got better for a couple of days, but then when I had to start moving around again, when my mom came home, I mean, it's better, don't get me wrong. I couldn't even lift up my leg for a couple of days, but it's definitely better. Searching for browns. I'm sorry I'm sleepy. My brain's not working right. Okay, so what are we going to pull out here? Chocolate. Why is that in there? Light umber. This is for a tree outside the window. A little gray. 70% warm. There's a some kind of tree out here. I'm going to put in some 70% warm. Hi anyone watching. Thanks for being here. Also, thank you for the new subscribers. Got quite a few this week. Appreciate any thumbs up. They definitely help the channel get recognized. So that was just to give some low lights in the, what do you call it? Tree bark. 70% warm gray. And I'm just going to mix in the light umber and the chocolate. And nothing too fancy. It's pretty small. It's only about a ½ inch big out here. What you guys color in today? If you're coloring. Are you drawing? Are you reading? Are you diamond painting? What you doing? Okie dokie. I just need a blender color. Eggshell will work. Blend that in a bit. And just bring back some of those low lights in that tree bark. Yeah, there wasn't too much going on in Streamland today, so like I said, I just thought I'd come on and get started early. Then I don't get rushed around for the rest of my night. It's not, I don't get rushed around like once I stream and afterwards. It's like right before my stream I have to run around, take care of a few things. Because like 11 to 11:30 is a busy time here for me. So, I mean, and that's my own fault. I picked my stream time, right? Well, just because I didn't want to bump heads with anybody else. Naps are good. Naps are good. I'm not a napper, but because I sleep and I guess you could kind of call it nap because I'll sleep for 4 hours and get up with Mike for 2 and then go back to bed. So, I don't know. Is that actually a nap or broken sleep? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, good plan. You're going to finish your Lost in Time picture today? Is that what you said? Finishing up the little heart in the screen. Somebody else mentioned that too, that it blocks. When it's the last chat, the little heart blocks the last word. Oh, so in this tree, I just used marine green. Didn't even look at my greens, and this is Prussian green. Just mixing a few greens. I'll probably look for something light to get to blend it together. They're really tiny, so Not doing too much detailing out here. Broken sleep. Yeah, that's what I would call it. It's like I fall asleep for about 2 hours, then I'm up for 2 hours, then down for 4 hours. And I don't know what it is, and I've been like this ever since I was a kid, that I do not sleep at night. I will just lay there and stare at the ceiling. I could be just so tired and go in there. You know, there's random times when you're sick, of course, that you sleep, but you know, on my average night, I cannot sleep at night. It does suck. Like, you just always feel tired, because I can't remember the last time I slept like more than 5 hours in a row. And it's not like a snoring thing or anything like that. It's usually, you know, muscle spasm, restless legs, terrible. They will keep me up. And then before I fell, my hip already bothered me, so it would burn. 'Cause I have arthritis, bursitis, and sciatica too. Like, oh, what could be wrong with your hip? Well, you know, this could be wrong, but it's everything. Whatever. That actually all started from an injury with Pebbles when she was 2, maybe like 1.5. We took one step out on the front porch and it was like pure ice. And my right leg, I went flat down on my butt, and my right leg went completely off to the right, like a complete split, and I can't do the splits. So whatever I did then has become a permanent injury. And really changed my quality of life, let me tell you. Can't do a lot of the stuff I used to be able to do. Just putting on a sock is a problem. Yep. It's the worst. You know, and the thing is, like, they have no idea I kind of feel like it's one of my heart medications. I'm thinking my cholesterol medication. Because it seems like they get worse about 45 minutes after I take it. So I'm definitely going to mention that to the doctor this time when I go. So these bushes down here, ooh, I thought that was grass green. Peacock green, that's kind of bluey. Maybe I'll put a little bit in. Little bit of this peacock green. Like I said, it's kind of bluey, so it'll work okay for what do we got here? Evergreen bush. I don't know. It'll work. So Mom's doing much better. She still has quite a cough, but it's better. She's still doing her breathing treatments I think she's 6 hours now. We were doing 4. And then she's got her 2 little lung exercises things. Dealing with that. Cooking. I don't like having to cook 3 times a day, but it's okay. I think I want some olive green in this bush. And I hope that bluey, knock back that bluey green. This is not a creamy Prismacolor. Wow, it's scratchy. She's got this piece drawn as the window, but that should be grass. Yeah. So the olive green worked really well, neutralizing that blue and that parrot, but still leaving it like a tiny evergreen. That's one thing I'm bad about. I used to do it when I first started coloring. Actually, he put up a short, Amy. And I don't know why I stopped writing them down. I guess because, you know, you just write them down and then you have some money and you never look at them again, kind of like swatches. Which I've gone back to using my swatches here and there, but just because I've gotten some new sets. Pretty familiar with the Prismacolors and the Polychromos. Sometimes I look at the Polychromo colors. So yeah, he put up a new short, but I don't know if he shut the comments off on purpose or accidentally shut them off because I was going to comment, but I couldn't. Oh no, I hope so too. She did, you know, that stream you guys started yesterday? I noticed that thing was like 3.5 hours long. Maybe she wore herself out. Yeah, I went back to see if you were still going there. Nope. If you hear me slurping, I'm sorry. I have a cup of tea and it's a little hot. A little bit of caffeine. I'm only allowed 1 cup a day. Yay. And it's not supposed to be coffee. It's supposed to be tea. I was good. I had tea today. I usually have coffee when I stream. Plus, I need to wake up. Now, see, this is crazy. I'll be like this all day, and, you know, I usually go to bed about 6 in the morning. If you know me, you know that. But if I have days like this and I'm tired all day, when I go to lay down, I'll probably be up till about 8:30. Which is terrible. And the thing is, this was another reason I wanted to come on live early. I don't really color like all day long. That was a weird stream, Kim. That's, yeah. I agree. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. Well, when so many people, and I'm, you know, everybody does what they do, and that's when so many people get on the panel, it's really kind of overwhelming for the viewer. But, you know, at one time there were, I think, 5 of you up there. Kind of hard to tell with just the little heads or the little thingies. I have a gnat flying around. That's funny. The last 3 lives I've watched, they've had bugs on their page. Pretty funny. But yeah, I don't really yeah, I don't think it ever had anything to do with coloring. But oh well. Dang it, dang it. I think I have another one of those. And then see, my mind went blank. The little baby eraser. Let's see if I have another one to bring down here. Oh, I'm using apple green to blend in the... It ended up being peacock green, olive green, and a little bit of chartreuse. And then I'm just blending it with the apple. Very light coats of each. Just in these bushes. I guess we have... I'm really not understanding this empty space. Oh, let me look. See, this is the beauty of the colored picture. Okay, it is all grass. That's what I was thinking. Now, these pictures here are obviously painted pictures. And I wonder if the painted pictures is what she paints first and then draws the pictures, because it doesn't have the outlines on there. So it's like not the colored picture colored because there's no color book lines. And like, I wish they gave the story behind that, like, you know, artwork by, which this one only says by her, so that's what I said. I assume she does the painting too. When you look her up, it just says, you know, she writes children's novels, I guess, also. Kind of like R.J. Hampton, I believe he does too. So, when I first came on live, one of his videos was playing in the background, so that's why I said, oh, a little bit of R.J. there. So that might have been who you heard me talking to, Amy, was R.J. If you heard a voice in the background. Or if you were just giving me a hard time because I was talking to air. But like I said, somebody might watch the playback. Obviously, somebody does because it gets more than, what do I usually have here? 7, 8 people. Well, now it says there's only one here. So there may only be one. Yeah, that's weird. I know there's more than one because I'm one. Because I watch on Likes profile so that I can see if it buffers or anything. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. She can be hysterical, though, sometimes. Yeah, she can be pretty funny. Okay. So I guess I gotta just fill in some green, because, yeah, that looks a little weird, just... like there wouldn't be sky in between the bushes and this tree over here, so... I'll put in some more greenery down here. I'll just do a rough flippy flip of some, what do I have in my hand here? Apple green. Look for my grass green so we get a different color. Any exciting weekend plans? Did I pull out grass green? I don't think so. If we have one around. Little SMR. Oh, the other day, Kim, when you were going through your was your Prismacolor box with your Blicks and stuff. My mom usually doesn't say anything when I watch videos unless there's some odd stuff in the background or whatever, but I always complain to her. She's always like ruffling bags and stuff when she's coloring, and I'm like, will you knock it off? That's bothering me. So she hears you rattling the pencils, and she's like, that's not bothering you over there? And I'm like, not really. That's kind of soothing. It's not like, she does the crinkly bags, and we'll fold them, and I don't know. It's just very annoying to me. I know somebody, oh, I think that was you, Tasia. You were opening up your, I don't think you called it wax that day, putty. And that was a neat crinkle. That didn't sound like her. It's like sandwich baggy crinkles that bothers me. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, she thought it was so funny that, I can't believe that's not bothering you. I said, no, not really, not at all. So, And we're going to do some grass green in with the apple green. Just to try to keep different greens. So hard. You know, that's something Mike has really taught me. And I try to look at it in books and in real life too. Because, like, where I said, he'll be like, well, it's all green. It's all brown. It all looks the same. Well, you know, grass and trees are green. What do you want? Only got so many colors. Yeah, but they should be different shades. Okay, okay. So now he's got me super uber focused on that. No, like I said, that plastic didn't bother me. I think it's too because she folds it and she smooths it and then she rolls it, and it's just I don't know. I think it might just be her process. It's like, stop doing that. Or it just could be that we spent too much together and too much time together, and all her little noises make me cuckoo. She can't hear the silverware on the plates scratch anymore. And I'm like, Mom, oh my God, it's like constant nails on the chalkboard. Like, I'm buying you plastic silverware. She's like, no. Which I get. Plastic silverware is terrible. Thought it was pretty funny. And plastic plates don't help. I already give her plastic plates. Just going back and forth with the three colors. The olive green, grass green, and apple green. And I know none of you are following me along, but I don't know if there is any, onlookers that are. So I am telling the colors. It was so nice to work with the polychromos in the Fogarty book. And, as much as I like to use markers in those books, mainly, to kind of use up the markers too. The smoothness of the polys on that paper in the hardcover book, they're going down very nice. That's what I thought. They might go nice in that farm book because that paper is very similar. Yeah, see, that's my paper snobby. To pay that $3 more for the hardcover, lose the, what is it? Does he have 25 pages in his books? And then I don't get the other copy, which I would, like I said, I would never color the same picture twice anyway, so not my thing. That really didn't end up a different color, did it? We'll lighten it up with some of the chartreuse. There we go. Now it's lighter. I'll put some of that peacock back in these bushes. Separate those colors some. See, this paper takes a lot. In this book, like I said, it's a little toothy. It takes quite a bit of layering. And oh my God, Kim, you are so correct. That person you were talking about where you said she's still out there, I cannot believe it. She sure is. I hope she's nicer now. I'm almost tempted to watch just to see because they're coloring, but, principle of the thing, I can't, You like made personal threats on my life. From the blueprint, it's polychromos, and it's their their names are so crazy, Tasia. Indonesian blue, and then like a helio blue. Do you have polychromos? I could definitely give you the two colors. Okay. I will make sure I get you the... I think those are the right ones. It's like they're too dark. It's two darkest blues. I know I started to do the gray and I'm like, well, wait a minute. This, and I'm thinking like, well, what color should I do this and this? And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. This is, like he's just sketching and he's just got ink here. So then I'm like, okay, blueprints. Doing this blue. So, yeah, I'm glad it popped in my head. Otherwise, that probably would have all been gray and different colors, which made no sense. There's even just the one bottle of ink sitting on the table. Yeah, I'm definitely staying away too. Guess that I was a little surprised. So, okay. These curtains intimidate me. I don't know if you can tell or not. They're really big. The bath salts bottle does a little bit too. And I'm not sure. Amy, have you done these trays on the shelf? I'm a little confused. Is there like a cloth hanging in the back or something? Oh, here we go. We got a picture, don't we? But see, it's not going to be the same. See-through. Okay, so it's just a decorative design. Wouldn't it be nice to have a picture to look at for all our coloring pictures so we know what stuff is? Some stuff is like, what in the heck? But I guess it really doesn't matter. It's our interpretation. Okay, let me see. We'll play. I'll do this little space down here. I'm gonna base with the grayed lavender. Very light, very light. Yeah, I don't even know if I'll use all 4 of these colors, but we shall see. This one is lilac. This pencil feels weird. That was so funny too when you were talking about that those 2 grays. Like even the color on the outside of the pencils, Kim, was a different color. Not even look like the same pencil at all. And I don't know if you're a Prismacolor person and you have these purples. And I wonder if that's why they changed them, because they're weird. Yeah, I don't like that one. We're getting rid of the Parma Violet. So, the lilac for our lowlighter. The gray lavender for the base. And it looks like regular lavender for our kind of blender. But we'll also use that gray lavender to leave that pretty strong highlight there. Getting kind of pinky. That's okay. I did not like that Parma Violet in there at all. Sorry about the sniff. Ugh. You said you noticed, is your yes to that, you noticed these pencils are weird, Amy? These colors? You've kind of got a newer set. Do you have lavender and lilac or orchard and amethyst? I'm going to use white in here too, just because I want to keep a pretty... Uh-oh. Don't tell me my white is lost in space. Cruddo. I know I brought one down here. I brought down a white and black. I see the black. Here's the white. Okay. Now, I don't know if anybody ever told you this. If you use white as a blender, you know, just like your blending pencil, you gotta clean the tip of that white off too, because it'll carry your color too. Learned that one the hard way. Okay, that's not too bad. Probably use that Parma for the towels or something. The Parma violet. Oh, right. They all had pictures. Absolutely. That would be the best thing. And it's like the books that do that are books that I have no... You know, I have one of those Disney Kincaid books, but I don't really care for that. I don't like the way those pictures are drawn. Let's put it that way. And then the other ones are what, like the Forest Girl books and stuff like the Forest Girl books. I don't like those. I used to like to watch people color in them. I think I gifted a couple of those. Well, I know one at least. I do that sometimes. Books that I don't particularly like, but I want to see them colored. Here, I'll buy you this gift so you can color. Haven't done that in a long time since I'm poor folk. You know, I don't know if anybody else, well, maybe Kim, maybe you are. I thought this was pretty crappy with the, my retirement disability, my Social Security stuff. Now they're gonna start charging me for my health insurance through my Social Security. And so they send me a letter this month and say that they're charging me next month for 3 back months. So that's like $600 out of my monthly check, which, if you know disability in Michigan, that's a very large portion of my check. Like, that could make a person homeless. I'm very thankful that I'm in the situation that I am and it won't affect me that much. And then the insurance doesn't even cover anything. The last time I went to the doctor, it's like a family planning insurance. Well, I don't plan on having any children. So, I don't know what the deal is with that, but I hope that if anybody else listening has that issue, that it's not causing them any kind of hardship. And because I don't even understand how they're allowed to do that, but they're the government, right? So anyway, sorry. Back to coloring. So yeah, I'm liking this 3 and the white in there. Yeah, I just got the letter a couple of weeks ago, and it said that they were gonna start charging me for my Medicaid. So yeah, I live in poverty, and you know, yeah. Sure, I can afford a $600 a month pay cut. I mean, my ongoing fee isn't $600, but the initial because they're charging, it's $182 and they're hitting me for 3 months for my next check. So, like that's a little rough. And of course, there's a number on there, you know, if you have hardship, blah, 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 but what, so you go to court and have to file a grievance, and, you know, by that time, well, you're evicted and your electricity's shut off or whatever. It's already an extra, I mean, I could never pay rent anywhere. You know, we live in a condo that's paid for, so there's a homeowner's fee, which is pretty low because they don't do crap. So I'm pretty fortunate with that. This is how I get around large areas. If you notice, I kind of work them in small areas so that they don't overwhelm me. And for your marker learning, Amy, that's the best way to do that too. Always work in small areas if you can. Well, you were doing really good. You even did good with your blending. Kim, did you blend your markers when you worked with markers, or did you just straight color with them? Amy's just learning markers, trying to blend, and I don't have much luck with the Artesia Everblends blending, but the Cali Arts blend pretty well. But I don't know if you had any tips for her. She's like, you gotta tell me how to use them. I'm like, hey, I'm just learning too. The most important thing I've learned, keep it moving, which is why I didn't like them at first, because I don't like the fast pace like that. You know, back when I was first learning them, I don't know if I ever showed you that picture. This paper was, that's why I asked you if you had any color at books. This is considered marker paper, and one of the reasons why, this first one is all Inktense, because the lines are so dark, so, and they're somewhat raised, so it kind of stops the bleeding. That's not the one I wanted to show you, it was this one. So this little doggy right here was the first thing I ever tried blending with markers, and I was so proud of him. He came out so cute. I was really, really happy with my little doggy. But see, if you can catch it, you see how the lines are raised? You see that shine? Yeah, they were great for markers. But, so they kind of block it. I was going to say, my bricks are Inktense. So, but this and this is Inktense. So are the flowers. This was when I was first practicing with anything other than pencils. So yeah, the Inktense laid down really nice on here. But this paper, I mean, the markers just show up beautiful. I think this one might be. Nope. But I wanted to show you that little doggy because I was proud of him. And yeah, can you see that glare on there? How that lines? Got a lot to do with the lines on there, I think, why you don't get the bleed through. Okay, well, thanks, Kim. I thought you might have tips and tricks. I found this one lady yesterday where she is what I would call a marker artist, and she adds like a lot of texture. And she draws her own pictures, like her cute and cozy pictures, and she adds textures and plaids and this and that to the clothing. I was pretty in awe. And I have to send her link to you, Amy, because I just found her late last night. Yeah, I guess they sell them in bundles now, Tasha. I don't know what the deal is with that if you get to pick um what books you want, or if it's like, like when you buy used books and stuff, you get a random bundle. We'll give you 10 books for $5, but you have no idea what book you're getting. I have a couple of them. I have the First Christmas, the Blissful Scenes, Tropical Scenes, and the Mandela one, which the Mandelas are bizarre. They're so tiny. Kitty got that little mini one. I was like, holy cow, if they're any smaller. But it looked like the Mandels were the same, because the Mandels are pretty small in the big book. Oh, all this behind here. So anybody got a hot date this weekend? Anything fun? You know me, I don't do anything. It's my excitement going to the doctor every 6 months if I make it. Half the time I don't make it to the doctor's. Can't even really see what's going on in these. I know I'll have to go over these leaves again with something, because they're rough. I don't have, it's funny, like I said, it's really bright down here. It's all fluorescent lights, but at the same time it hits the white paper and kind of blinds me out, so it makes it harder for me to see, which I know is weird, right? And I'm always surprised how dark it looks on camera, because it's super bright. It's like sunlight. Let's just gonna go ahead and do this whole base on here. Anyone watching? Hi, thanks for being here. Doing an early Friday night. Didn't see anybody else streaming, so. I was hoping you were gonna pop on, Kim. If I sit with my mom upstairs, which usually if I color, that was another thing about me streaming late. I try to color between 8 and 11, which it's usually, like 9 to 11:15, something like that. So then to come, and I have to, hurry up, get stuff ready for that everything's done for when Mike comes home, and then stream at midnight. I don't usually color that much in a day. So I was thinking today my hands are kind of swollen, and I didn't know if I was up for coloring, because I had sat down right at 8 today. So it would have been, a good 3-hour color session there, and then not have to, but, and then do my live for an hour and a half or whatever. And I was just like, wow, I don't know if I want to do all that coloring today. I don't know how you guys color all that time, but different comfort zones. Well, you probably don't have the issues I have either, so. That's when I first told my mom, Mimi wants me to stream for 3 hours. She's like, oh, you could never sit still that long. Well, it's like a battle of fatigue and go, go, go. We used to just go, go, go constantly. Didn't we all, right? Oh, to be young again. Oh, to be young again. How young are you, Tasia? I keep forgetting. Well, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if you don't mind saying. The last time I went out with my younger siblings, which are my little sister is 20 years younger than me, and then the two younger brothers are 16 and 15 years younger than me. So my one brother was in from Vegas over Christmas. So I met him at the corner restaurant here. And it came up, mine and my older brother's age. And both of the younger, not both of them, I shouldn't say that. The older, younger one knew, but the youngest one, the 16-year difference one, was like, oh my God, I didn't know you guys were that old. It was just so funny. And Matt's like, yeah, Lorri was 17 when I was born. Everybody thought she was my mom. I didn't live at home when he was born. I didn't live with my dad when he was born. And after he was born, I went home to help take care of him, so everybody thought he was actually my kid. But it's weird because, people I went to high school with don't even know that I have those two brothers and a sister, because they weren't born yet when I got out of high school. So it's weird. You are not, you liar. Telling fibs. Ugh. Is that your I feel age? Gotta check her out. You're too funny. We used to tease her. I'm sure you remember, Kim, when we all used to hang out, that she was our baby brat. She brought that up last night, that she was the baby brat. You drink a lot of green juice. Well, you look fantastic. Well, geez, you're about ready to retire then, huh? That's pretty funny. Did you get your AARP card yet? AARP ARP. You know you're old when that stuff comes in the mail. Okay. Yeah, I need it. And I think it's good. I was looking at myself today in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, are you looking old? Holy cruddo, and then I'm like, I'm tired. So then I'm real, when the tireder you are, the older you look. Just show, it's like, I don't know, it's like the skin is tired too. All your fine lines and wrinkles show. Hmm. 59. Whew. It's so scary getting up there. I was trying, see, I'm having a brain fart, Tasia. This is terrible. I don't know what I mentioned that you've never heard of before. I don't know. Oh, wrinkles, lines, them. I don't know. I love that, Kim. You have that down to the 4 days. And it's hard, like, turning these ages now. I don't know if you feel like that, Kim. Like, women these days, it's like they just, all these things they do to stay young. It's like, gosh. Every week they're getting their skin burned off their face and, fake hair and fake this and fake that. And I was always one that felt like I'm just going to grow old gracefully. I'm not going to fight it. I was happy to turn 40 and look halfway decent. I was doing great when I turned 40. Jogging every day, kickboxing, yoga. Boy, shit went downhill after about 43. So then it all went completely. Yep. I just want to, like in the olden days, it's supposed to be the golden years where we relax and not have to worry about that stuff. Of course, look halfway decent, but why do we gotta look like we're 20? I don't know. Yeah, my 70-year-old neighbor looks like she's about 45. And she complains about it. Like, she thinks it's crazy. Such a false sense of what she looks like. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of the same way. Yeah, 50 wasn't good for me either. I never thought I'd be this dilapidated at this age, though. Because other than smoking, I took good care of myself. I didn't drink, I didn't use drugs. Um, like I said, I jogged every day. I did kickboxing and yoga, and, I was strong. People used to call me Mighty Mouse, the Energizer Bunny. Yep. Oh, well. Thankful I had those times, right? Whoa. And as bad as I am, I could be so much worse. So I am very aware of that too. My uncle, that obviously is the MS passer honor from the family, he was in a wheelchair, so I hope that I don't end up in a wheelchair, but yep, kind of how I feel too, Kim. That my thing is the pain. I don't like the pain that I've had this. Like I said, it's been increasing the last 2 years since I had that slide on the ice on the porch. So the last 2 years have been really bad. And I have multiple things going on, which is why it makes it hard to go get it taken care of, because it's one, which do I do first? I'm afraid if I get the back surgery that because of my hip, I won't be able to do the physical therapy. And vice versa. If I get the hip surgery, I won't be able to do the physical therapy because of the back. So, and doctors just aren't listening to my concerns. They're two different doctors, so they just want to do the surgery that, they do. And it's like when I ask the questions, they don't understand my question. I don't know if they don't understand it or they probably don't know the answer. But, if I get, a cervical laminectomy and I get my, neck worked on and I'm supposed to walk flat on cement and not do any bumps, but yet I have this huge limp because I can't step on my hip, how is that going to affect my recovery? And they just look at me like, hmm? So it's scary and not real reassuring. And then there's the other component of how much is it going to cost me? Who's going to take care of my mom? Who's going to take care of me? And so Amy, you'll just have to drive here and park your RV in the parking lot over there and take care of me and my mom. Oh. Yeah, I was hoping Thomas would show up today, Amy. I thought he might with it being early, but oh no. How you liking the purple? What you think? If we can call this purple. Is it purple? Is it pink? I guess it's lavender. We actually had somebody, I I think it was a younger boy, I'd say in his, late 20s. And he was obviously like short term, like, what do they call that? Ugh. Local, semi driving, whatever. But he had to take his rig home. And so he would park it over there every day and jump the fence. And not the fence, we have a wall separating us from it's like a 4-store strip and then a bar restaurant. And there's a wall. So he used to park along the back wall there. So yeah, you could just park right there. I got it all planned out. You like it? Thank you. I have to give credit. View was the one who mentioned like a purple or lavender or something. I like it too. This is what, well, heck, anyway. Looks good with the gold. It's my absolute worst thing with coloring. I think I am just terrible at picking colors. And I need to, even if I don't like stick to the colors on the color cubes, I do need to start like pulling them out and just to learn about what colors go good together. It would help. So I do hope we continue with a monthly color cube challenge. And I think we should stick to the little books like that, Amy. We'll do like either Small Victories or the little Rita Berman somethings or something. Boy, I can sure tell I am sleepy. Jeez. I cannot believe you finished the frog picture. Goodness gracious. And how many Kirby's did you do in a month? 17 Kirby pictures? I'm probably a little bit overboard, but... I'm going to laugh if you win those pencils and don't like them. I won't. I'm just kidding. But, Charlie will like them. Because they are nicer than Crayola. I do. I wish Crayolas weren't as hard on my hands as they were. Because they have some really unique colors. Again, I was watching Spare Room Studios color in the Froggerty. And she's using, like the taupes and the beiges. And it's the only set that actually has beige, like beiges and tans and 15. I was pretty close. It's crazy. I really like the Rita Berman books, the size of them and the size of the pictures. And also, like, when I work upstairs, when I have books that are long like this, is this book longer? Because I really struggle with this one. About a half an inch. But it's when I sit upstairs and I color in these long books at the top, it really hurts my back. So the little square Rita Berman book, I like the size of them. But yeah, we should designate like one of those for, like, this will be our color cube book or something. I mean, me and you can just pick color cubes. We don't have to do it with anybody else, right? I have. Were you the one that used to use those? Was the Fila and the Lelix, weren't they kind of like interchangeable? My mom, her new recliner is all electronic. She's using it up there. It sounds like there's a spaceship upstairs. It's just sitting in the middle of the room because it doesn't fit anywhere. Because it completely lays. So it needs like 4 feet behind the wall. Behind it. Yeah, those, the Filas and the Lelix, my mom and I both we've gone through them. Like, we don't even have any more. There's like one silver Lelix and one gold Fila, or because we would just use them up and she would buy new sets. Because I mean, there weren't a lot of colors, right? Weren't there only like 24 pencils or something? Oh, okay. Yeah. I really thought it was Tasia that had them, the Filas and the Lelix, but she says no too. So, and I know it wasn't the other one because she was too snobby to use those kind of pencils. Okay. I know I'm a pencil snob, but only after the fact of trying every single pencil. And the only reason why I don't use budget pencils is because they hurt. They hurt my hand. So I don't like white space showing. That's just my personal preference. And you really gotta work most of the budget pencils to get them to fill in all the little nooks and crannies. You did have Fila, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought we all had Fila. Oh, they have 152 pencils? Ooh, wow. Well, like I said, I know we have them because there's a couple in here. There's Lelix, and I might have pulled them out of here, but every once in a while I find a random weird pencil, a Crayola or a Blick. I know some of the Blicks, my mom liked the colors, so we had bought extras. But at this point, I have way too many pencils. And I'm just going to try to use all the ones that I have and not buy any more. Except for, of course, replacements. And I will probably only get replacements for Prismacolors and Polychromos. I don't think I will replace anything else. I think as far as like ink tints, there'll be another color that I could use. You know, I'm gonna start cutting back a little bit just because of my age, one, and I feel like I might have to, you know, curtail what I do. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to keep coloring forever, and my stuff would definitely last my lifetime. For some reason, this last piece here is being weird. You ever find that? Like, you get spots in the paper that, like, there's either a knot in it or, like, the paper just rejects color for some reason. She's listening to something. Is that coming through what she's listening to? If you hear any noises, let me know. I can go shut the door. It's pretty loud. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we're being all formal now. Ugh. Horrible memory today. It's coming with the sleepies. So I figured, oh, I don't know. I was thinking I'd stay on till about 11:30ish. I don't know, depending on what's happening. Don't hear anything, or do you? I assume you meant don't hear anything. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You cooking dinner tonight, Amy? What's everybody doing for dinner? I know. Tasia, you probably didn't eat yet, did you? Kim, your hubby cooks, right? It's, you know, it's hard enough to pick one meal a day to cook. Now I have to pick two. You know, one for me, one for mom. I could eat what she eats, but then it's just going to make me have to cook even more. I can get away with making her something for 2 days or something. Probably a P&J. Amy's having pizza. That's fun. You know, I mentioned to Mike last night I want pizza. Like, and there's this place that we can never get. And see, we like now with my mom, she loves pizza. I'm like, you'll have to sneak it into the basement, you know? Like, how horrible are we? But, you know, and I would give her like a free day. Mike will not. Tasia. When I started my coloring channel here on YouTube, my friends actually thought I said a cooking channel because I post dinner on Facebook almost every night when I cook. And everybody always wants to come over and eat. So they were surprised it was a coloring channel, not a cooking channel. I should do a cooking channel, teach you how to cook. You were supposed to do one last time. Remember we talked about that? You were going to learn how to cook. Do it. So for you, Amy, is it also the salt, or is it, because she's not watching her cholesterol or fat at all. She's just totally watching the sodium, which is kind of weird. But if I push, I get attitude, and it doesn't go well. So I count the sodium and I set her plate down and give her a little piece of paper with the sodium on it. We measure how much she's really restricted on liquids too. Like even with soup, we have to count the soup as a liquid. So sodium. Okay. Yep, her too. She started at like 1300, which was crazy, but that was only for I think it was 2 weeks. And now we do 1800 a day. And she only eats 2 meals a day, so he didn't really want her to do like the 9 and 9, so he said, you know, stick at 8 and 8 and then the rest for snacks. So that's what we're doing. But I still think she probably goes a little over. But she argues with me about everything, so, and rolls her eyes. I get the eye roll, and she wants navy bean soup, ham. I said, you cannot have bean soup. Well, why not? What do you think, Amy? Can you have ham and bean soup? Yep, 64 ounces. That's where she's at, too. Yep. I don't know if I told you, you guys have the same condition. Hers is just the backwards, the other way. Her numbers are too high. So I think whichever, I'm sorry, her, I can't remember which way it goes. Either the blood doesn't pump correctly in or it doesn't pump correctly out. One or the other. I don't remember. Yes, navy bean. And you know, you put the ham bone in and it gets the ham. So I'm like, Mom, there's like 1,200 milligrams of sodium in a 4-ounce piece of ham. Like, no. If I eat any ham, I buy like a low sodium deli meat. I don't know. I'm supposed to be on sodium restricted too, but I don't follow it at all. I'm a fucking chip. Oops. Excuse me. I'm a chip meister. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that slipped out. That's terrible. Well, the thing is, right, and that's what I told her to do, but no, she bought a normal ham. And then which we didn't cook for Easter, we made, we got a prime rib 60% off. It was like cheaper than hamburger. It was like, okay, we are having prime rib. And we did a no salt rub on it. So that worked out okay. And then I made vegetable beef soup with the prime rib bones. But we have a ham bone in the freezer, and she wants me to use that because I said, well, should I give that to, Shannon, which is my sister-in-law, so maybe she could make some soup or something, potato soup or whatever. Why can't I have navy bean soup? Yeah, exactly, Amy. Yeah, no ham and navy bean. It's just not even worth it. Okay, you want a bite? You want a bite of ham? There you go. That's all you can have. How did we ever even end up eating that stuff? It is so terrible for us. I was talking to Mike about that last night, and he said because it was a way to preserve meats back in the day, because they didn't have refrigerators, so that the meat wouldn't go bad. They brined it so that it would last longer. She's going to get me. Yeah, I swear. But I know everybody, her friend I know you're on Facebook with me, Amy, so I don't know if you ever see her friend comment on the food posts, like, she's like, ditch Lori for a couple hours. She's like the food police. And I'm like, I'm the chief. What are you talking about? Ditch me. I'm going to take her out. She's going to have a heart attack. And every time she was eating something that she wasn't supposed to was when she ended up sick and in the hospital over the last 4 months. So you think people would be listening to me? Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. He called me the food police. And I wear that proudly. I wear it proudly. And I have to apologize once a week to my mother for, gee, I'm really sorry that I care about you and I'm trying to feed you correctly. My bad. Yep. Oh, yeah, he puts his foot down. He is like, absolutely not. She eats granola bars and peanut butter for lunch. And she has the little serving cups of the peanut butter. So it's the 2 tablespoons, and she has the sodium measurement and the granola bar with the sodium measurement. But he's still, regardless that it's in, like, that's her snack. So that's her allowed sodium. She shouldn't be eating that every day. That's like a candy bar. Boo, 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 boo. And I'm like, okay, I'm picking my battles here. Maybe she shouldn't be eating granola bars every day, but they do have some good benefits in them. And they aren't in her. Myself, I'm not happy about the peanut butter because of the high fat and high cholesterol, but she's not going to give up the peanut butter. She loved cheese. She's not eating cheese, so picking the battles. I did my shading wrong on that curtain. I just realized that. Nobody told me. Well, I may have to change that. We'll see how much it bothers me in the end. We shall see. See, that's what happens when you chat. Chat and you mess up. Oh, well. You have Snickers and granola every day, too. Well, what is with that? What kind of peanut butter? Jif. Always Jif. Um, that's kind of what I did with the vegetable soup, was like, diluted everything. I don't know with the bean soup how that would go, though. I just don't know. It's so high. Maybe if I just used the bone and didn't add any ham? Mm. Yeah. And me and Mike don't really eat the same foods either, so it's kind of weird. Like now it's 3 different meals in the house, which is bizarre. Peter Pan is also very good. Yes. Skippy. Is that real smooth? I think that's a good one too. It's a smooth one, but yeah, I used to go between Jif and Peter Pan when I purchased peanut butter. I don't eat peanut butter too much anymore. Used to. I had really lost my sweet tooth over the last couple of years till I baked some peanut butter cookies and then it came back a little bit. But I had this toothache last week. I don't know if I had it when I was on Friday, but it lasted for about 2 days, so I'm anti-sweets again. It's all better now. Absolutely fine. Oh, one thing good. Thomas, we were talking about you, hoping you'd stop by. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? I watched your little short and I wanted to leave a comment, but do you know you have comments shut off? Did you do that on purpose? Your picture is really pretty. Oh no, what's going on tomorrow? Oh, I went in too hard on that, guys. Don't you hate that? Got a backstep. Hopefully we'll get an answer there, Amy, huh? Yeah. Oh, yes. It is sad. Did you ever get your letter written to him? That was a little creepy. He died the day after Easter. Yep, I guess that's going to be a dark spot in the room. I'm going to have to go back and really fix this curtain when I'm not half asleep. I swear this is funny. I feel like, like I've been drinking all day or something. I'm just like, my head, I could head plant on the coloring book right now. Very weird. I was going to try to do some cleaning. It is so hard to clean when you're in so much pain. Ugh. All I want to do is just sit. It doesn't hurt when I sit. So I just want to sit. Which I'm thankful for that it doesn't hurt all the time. Oh, okay. It is funny, isn't it? Because, like, I'm never tired. Like I said, I'm fatigued usually, but sleepy not usually. But yeah, I am sleepy. Like, I feel a yawn coming on. It has been pouring rain here all day. Well, were you looking at the weather today, Tasia? Were they talking about Michigan rainstorms over there? We had a huge front come through. Freaking raining all day. Well, double check it. You might have hit something by accident. Yeah, because I tried to comment twice and I thought, well, maybe it was a time thing. So, but yeah, I was gonna say hi and liked your picture and ask you what book it was from because you didn't put the book. Yeah, I always put, I wasn't sure what that meant, but I see there's even further, so I looked it up. You know, it's just that you don't want it, what do you call it, being recommended on the parental kids lock thingy. Good Lord. Sleepy and lack of vocabulary. And I think I forgot how to color. Gosh, I think I'm getting slap happy. You know, and I just drank a cup of tea with 2 tea bags, Earl Grey, you know. Nice, strong black tea. Should have woke me up. So pizza and peanut butter and jelly. You guys really didn't help me. What did you have for dinner, Kim? Did you say? Kim probably fell asleep, although she was up shortly ago. Raining here too. Really? Wow, it's all the way there? Wow. So, from the west coast all the way to the east coast. Oh, that is a Thomas Kincaid. It didn't look like that. Okay. Yeah, because I'd like to comment. I know it helps out your channel too when you get comments and stuff. Yeah, we had thunder and lightning too. Pebbles hates the thunder. She woke me up crying. It's my favorite tea. I even stopped buying all the other ones. I kind of noticed that I used to like breakfast English too, but for some reason that one gives me my restless legs are way worse. I noticed so now we're just sticking to the Earl Grey. You know where I was talking about the paper? This side of the paper is much different than over here. It's almost, I wonder if I got hand oils on it or something. It's like rejecting the pencil. So, I can't get much more of a highlight in there, or low light, which is weird. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if it had more caffeine in it. It's the only thing I can think of. But you know, seriously, I drink my tea at 8 o'clock. I usually finish it about 10. I shouldn't say 8 o'clock. I say 9 to 10. That's when I drink my tea. And I don't even try to go to sleep till 6 in the morning. So it really shouldn't be affecting me, but they say it affects you all day, even when you have it first thing when you get up, so. Oh, you are still up, chicken. I love chicken. Chicken. We eat a lot of chicken. I would like some good fried chicken. Nobody makes good fried chicken anymore. I don't think so. I never have to add a location. It does seem like they did some kind of weird update, though. YouTube told me again today that I was in the wrong orientation after I set it off for horizontal. My phone's in horizontal. Turn it on. You are in the wrong orientation. Please move your phone back. I haven't moved my phone. Yeah, the next time you're live, Kim, I'm gonna have you explain to me like the webcam. Like I kind of don't get the concept. I guess that's like I have a brain block with it. Like, what do you plug it into? How does it get to YouTube? Because I don't know. That's kind of irritating me that every time I turn it on, it's almost like I have to start it twice because the first time it always says my orientation is wrong. So I probably got another live out there that says it's like 1 minute long. And it doesn't, it doesn't show the 3, 2, 1, you're live. So I don't even really know that I'm live. But then when I go to, publish the live, the 1 to 2 minute one is sitting there. So I don't know. Just annoying. But then, like today, I was almost like, I'm not going to do lives anymore. Then I'm like, I'm bored. I'm sleepy. I need to talk. So now I'm frustrated. I did that other curtain wrong. I guess it could just be the way it's laying, right? That the shadowing would be different. Could we just say that? Oh, that annoys me. That was an annoyed sniff. I'm sorry. Oh, boy. You guys get intimidated by large spaces? I hate coloring large spaces. Amy, that was so impressive that you took on that giant turtle for gold and it came out so good. That was impressive. Oh, did you do the curtains back? You're welcome. I think I better blow my nose so I don't keep sniffing. I can't reach I don't have any tissue. I have to use paper towel. Sorry, you might see my face in there. Excuse your ears. I don't know how to mute while I'm on my phone at all. I can't even see the button, actually. And here comes the ews. Ew. Excuse me. Okay. Let's finish this curtain, huh? That need to go to the light. So I don't know if I'm gonna need to erase that. I can't believe I did that backwards over there. How annoying. Yep, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put my low lights in there too. Yep. I don't know how that happened. Backwards brain. Well, you know, they say correcting problems is a learning too, right? Yeah, it's weird. This side of the paper does not like the pencil. It seems way, what do you call it? More texture over here. Bumpier. Bump, 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 bump. I'm glad we're coloring in these books. You know, I was watching a video about that. People say, you know, you see flip throughs of coloring books and then you never see anybody color in them. I would say that's definitely uh, Teresa Goodrich. You know, you see a lot of flip throughs when people buy the books and maybe color one page, usually around Christmas time. But you really don't see them on the coloring channels very much. Mythographic and Kirby's are really taking over the color tube right now. So, which I was looking through my mythographics. I tell you, I might do a mythographic. I need to go back and do backgrounds. That might be something I might do. I have the animal one, and I'm sure I showed it before, and I was going in order, but I didn't do any backgrounds. Ow! That was stupid. Don't do this at home. Oh my god, what was in that tea? Jesus. You know, do these things go bad where they don't hold the eraser anymore? Because it seems like it just pushes down to the bottom. Yeah, that one does look nice. Not much for uh, creature coloring. This might be a little too rough. I forgot I changed the battery. It was nice and slow because the battery was going dead. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to come off gummy. You ever find, I don't know if you ever erase Prismacolors, how they come off like a ball of wax sometimes. They do, they do, they do. I did. I put it down. My god, I almost erased my finger off. Like, what was going on with that? Jeez. It's down. Oh, was that loud too? Oh, it probably sounds like a dentist drill, doesn't it? Now it's just all electronics. Can't touch the eraser. Jeez. Bossy, bossy, bossy. Did you order your pizza yet, Amy? So, didn't get too many over here tonight. Kind of surprised. Wonder where everybody is in coloring world today. Said nobody was on. Of course they could be now, I don't know. I don't see anybody popping up though. Yeah. Oh, he brought it home. That's smart. Okay. You get square or round? Of course, I don't. Do other states have square pizza? Like, you know, we have Detroit style and Chicago style. Square deep dish. You know, I live in a cave. I'm very sorry. I do not watch TV. Don't even have cable. Ugh, this eraser's making a mess. Alright, now I have to go the other way. Thin crust. I have distress oxides. And I have quite a few pan pastels too. So yeah, it'll be quick backgrounds. I don't have any, like, a good blue for the distress oxides. Like if I wanted to do any kind of sky backgrounds. This was the smallest eraser I have down here. I don't know where that Una, is it Una one? So I said, drawing a blank on that. Now see, I had to press so hard over here. Now I'm pressing too hard over here. Oh, man, oh man. The struggles of coloring. I wonder if it's still storming. I did put water in the fish tank. I hope that's quieter. I love when I watch videos and people have their windows open and you can hear the birds chirping from outside. I love that. But I know some people probably can't stand it. Well, that's a little better. Not quite. Ugh. The rest of it I'm just leaving. I don't know if that's better or worse, but yes, I have that. It's upstairs. That's what I actually needed. Yep. But I'm definitely going to have to work on that a little bit more, because this side's quite a bit lighter. But they are hanging a little bit different. Like this one, it seems like this one's away from the wall, where this one's right on the wall. This one's way over here. So it does seem like this one isn't right there like this one is, so they could be different, right? I don't know if that would be in actuality. I think that's kind of a blunder. That kind of makes me wonder, like, at times when I see stuff like that in her pictures, if she does use a little AI. And do they have to say they use AI? You know, if the artist actually uses it for, like, editing or anything? I don't think they do they? It actually says just highly detailed illustrations. It doesn't even say if they're hand-drawn. I mean, I know she is an artist, but you can still use it for editing. Now my colors are all a mess. Oh well. Oh well, as they say. Yeah. That's... Yep. I was thinking that too, because it is a little... sideways angle. But we'll run with the lights hitting it differently, huh? Goodness gracious. Well, not too bad. Change the color a little bit. I gotta get in under the plants here anyway. I didn't do that real well. Lay of the land. But I think I'll do like dark purple candles in here. Yeah, I do like it. Can't see. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Really need to fix up here though. So when I get the thin crust pizza, I like to get the chicken one. Chicken, the barbecue sauce, the bacon, but it's got to be Sweet Baby Ray's. Is it chicken, barbecue sauce, red onion, and bacon? I like that on the thin crust. I haven't had that in a long time. And I don't eat pepperoni. It's too greasy. If I eat it, I squeeze all the grease out of it. And I usually do ham. Now, knowing what I know about ham, I might not do that anymore. Never really looked up the sodium content in ham. Like I said, humans should have never been allowed to eat ham. Do you guys color these edges? These little edges? I've had the habit of coloring them in with the gold gel pen. Did we do one in here? No. This is the first picture. Oh, that's right, because I bought this book. Yeah, Miss View better color with us. Just kidding. But I actually purchased this book again because when I went to go look up this page, my mom had colored all but 4 pictures in this book, so. And I really like this one. This one's actually one of my favorites, which is why she colored in it. Okay. Oh, why were you asking about the distress sinks? Was that for the, when I was talking about the mythographic backgrounds? Thomas trying to figure out how to make his, get his comments on, I bet. Probably here. Anyone just listening, thank you for being here. Anyone who hit that thumbs up and gave me a like, thank you very much. I'm just gonna play with the sky a little bit. I'm gonna go light to dark, dark to light, light to dark, I think. Probably do the sky and then I have to go take a shower, try to wake up. Oh, sorry for any of those following along. I actually don't know what blue this is because the name is gone, but it's PC 1023, and then I have Caribbean Sea 1103, and I grabbed Ultramarine 902. Can we look and see what color is PC 18? Yes. Is it a gray? Can you give me a clue, or you have no idea? Color family. This is a full set, so I don't even see any ones. Ooh, they glaring. Is that your fake one? Orange. Okay. You did say 118, right? Yeah. I'm going blind. I was gonna guess that because that's the one that only comes in the 150 set, the cadmium orange hue. Look at that, if I would have just looked at the first dang flip in here. I don't know why I was thinking gray. Yeah, the cadmium orange hue. That's a good orange too. Like I said, that only comes in the 150 sets. Are you missing that one, or you have a different color, or what? Oh, not at Blick's. You know, my sister-in-law did mention that they did like a remodel in their store, and since they did that, they don't carry all the pencil colors open stock in the store, but she was pretty sure they were still all available online. But check Blick. You know, the Amazon prices are crazy for individuals. Unless you're buying a 12-pack. I can smell that pizza. Get me, this will probably be my record stream, huh? I'm just going to finish in this window and then go, so. Did I just have my head in there? A little bit, huh? Sorry about that. Good gracious. I told you I was craving pizza like crazy last night. I'm like, I gotta get pizza. And then I said I'd wait till Sunday so we could get the good one that we never get because they close at 8 o'clock. That's why a lot of times Mike won't go get it because he's like, well, that's a waste. You're not even going to eat it. You're not going to eat it for 10 hours. And, well, I'll heat it up. It'll be fine. No biggie. I might take a bite when it first gets here. I know you guys think I exaggerate with my time frames, but I do not. Eat dinner about 4 a.m., sometimes later. And I fast throughout the day, so I only eat the one time. And I've pretty much done that my entire life. Only eat once a day. Might have little snacks here and there. You know, chopping vegetables for my mom. I'll eat some veggies, fruit. But kind of like if I start eating, I don't stop, so I just don't start. I don't know what the deal is with that, but does your hubby eat the thin crust too, Amy? Mike would never be satisfied with that for a meal. Oh, Amy, you said you watched your sodium and you had a sandwich today. That reminds me, what kind of bread? Do you use regular bread? Because that's the one thing I told my mom, you cannot have bread. Holy cow. Okay, so that's yes for the pizza. Now, do you use regular bread or there a low sodium bread that you found? And my girlfriend uses some wraps. She buys at Aldi's, which we don't. Mike has to do all the shopping or delivery, so Aldi's is not an option. That's one of those bag your own groceries stores, places. Bring a box. Everything's imported, but cheaper. Actually, I've never stepped foot in it. It's never been in a good location when I was shopping. Okay. All right. So we have out the window. I didn't take any of these out of this case, did I? Did I, guys? There's definitely a green out of there. Wonder which one. Oh boy. Sleepy coloring. Right. So, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I think I kept you guys long enough. I definitely really appreciate you being here with me. I enjoyed myself yapping along. I'm sorry I tortured you with boring woes me's. They're keto, low sodium. Okay. I'm not supposed to have bread. I use wraps. Okay. Yep, that's what she does too. Well, thanks again, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the likes. This is our progress on Home Sweet Home from Teresa Goodrich. And hopefully, again, we'll see you here next Friday. Not going to say a time because the time seems to be changing. So, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you soon. Bye.